how to lose body fat while building muscle. So it is possible to simultaneously build muscle while losing body fat. And in this video, I'm going to explain how to do so, right? So I know what it takes in order to build muscle and lose fat because I've been through the experience and I have the knowledge and I believe in myself. And with my tips, I believe that y'all can do the same thing, okay? So let's begin. This video might be all over the place, but hopefully you guys grasp onto the concept and understand what I'm talking about. So in order to lose body fat in the first place, you people need to be in a calorie deficit, okay? So the first thing first is to understand and know your body as a whole, how much food it needs, how many calories it needs in order to stay in a deficit, maintenance, and a surplus. You need to understand when or what is the threshold for gaining weight and what is the threshold for maintaining and losing weight. You have to understand each and every aspect because from there you can easily go about building muscle and losing fat at the same time simultaneously, right? So you have to understand that concept, the calories in, calories out, how much calories your body needs in order to sustain and promote muscle building while losing fat at the same time. So in order to do this, you people should be using a calorie tracking app, okay? And once you've understood your calorie intake, right, then you want to place yourself in a slight calorie deficit, okay? You don't want to be too much in a calorie deficit because if you're severely underfed, right, you won't maintain the muscle mass. You won't build muscle, right? You won't promote any muscle building because your body does need calories and proteins in order to start promoting muscle building. Okay, but if you're too underfed, your body has no chance or potential to build new muscle or to repair itself. So make sure you're in slight calorie deficit to promote fat burning and to sustain your shreddedness. Okay, because if you're always in a calorie surplus, you're going to gain fat and you won't lose fat and build muscle at the same time. So you need to be in a calorie deficit, a slight calorie deficit per maybe 200 to 500 calorie deduction, right? Or into a calorie deficit you should be utilizing, okay? And then along with that, you guys should be striving for healthy, nutritious foods. So you should always be striving for vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, berries, healthy sources of fats, proteins, and carbs. Vegetables are fulfilling, right? And you guys should have a high protein diet because the more protein you have, the more calories your body will be burning because protein is hard to digest and to break down. So as a result or as a consequence, your body burns more calories at rest or at idle. Therefore, utilizing a keto diet or a or a high protein intake diet will help burn additional calories at idle throughout the day, every single day, if you stick with this type of a diet. So utilizing a keto diet, a high protein diet, a low carb diet is best when it comes to losing body fat and building muscle at the same time because a high protein diet will ensure that you're getting enough protein, and the keto diet will ensure that you're losing body fat and getting in enough protein as well, right? Depends on how you approach the keto diet. But ultimately, when it comes to losing body fat, okay, and building muscle, protein is the key because protein is what helps repair the body from the damages you have caused, and it is the primary nutrient that builds muscle. So without protein, you cannot recover nor build muscle. So make sure you get enough protein in, and make sure you get excessive amount of protein in, not too much, like too excessive amount, or I don't know if I made any sense, but basically you want to have a protein intake, a high protein intake diet, because if you're too underfed when it comes to proteins, then you won't optimally build muscle nor lose body fat. So and you may become catabolic, which means that you're going to be burning muscle rather than building muscle if you don't have enough protein. So that's why protein is very important, right? And protein is more satiating than carbs or fats, so keep you full longer. So that's why I mentioned a high protein diet protocol or the keto diet, because both of that will place you in a calorie deficit, and those may place you in a ketosis state. I know the keto diet will place you in a ketosis state, and a high protein diet may place you in a ketosis state as well if you're having very low carb intake. So that is that. Then of course you guys want to be exercising. Exercising itself burns calories, which will result in weight loss over time. And if you exercise on a daily basis, you're going to help with the weight loss process and to maintain your shreddedness along with building muscle. So if you're bodybuilding, lifting weights, you're doing it right. Make sure you have a good recovery protocol afterwards. Make sure you get enough sleep in. Make sure you get good quality sleep in on a daily basis. Make sure that you are getting enough protein in for optimal recovery, and striving for nutritious foods for a healthy body. And the more cleaner you eat, the harder it is to become overweight on. So that is that. And ultimately, that's pretty much it. I mean, you just want to stay in a slight calorie deficit. You want to be working out, not too much. You don't want to be overworking out, okay? Because that's the thing. That's a real thing. You can overwork out because the symptoms are, you know, not recovering properly, loss of strength, loss of muscle, and so on and so forth. So if you're experiencing any of those, then perhaps you're overtraining, and or you're not providing yourself with enough calories or proteins. So that is that. But basically, like I said, slight calorie deficit, working out, proper nutrition, and staying consistent with all of these. If you stay consistent with all of these, then you will build muscle and lose fat at the same time simultaneously, okay? And it is that easy. But a lot of people cannot achieve this because they end up indulging, they end up excessively eating, they end up falling off track, they cannot stick to the goal, or they don't see the results fast enough, or whatever the case might be. And they end up getting discouraged, and they think it's impossible to become shredded, or it's impossible to lose fat while building muscle, or they're not putting in the hard work in the gym because a lot of people are lazy and they think, like, you know, whatever the case might be, right? But what it really comes down to is precise. You have to have everything precisely done properly, okay? So your diet, your nutrition, your exercising, your calories in, calories out, your energy expenditure, and so on and so forth needs to be precisely examined and thought of carefully, okay? Because any mishap, any wrongdoing will cause not issues, but it will cause conflict with your process of losing fat while building muscle. So, but if you were to use a calorie tracking app, that will greatly help you to stick to the goal and to stay on track and to get a breakdown and analysis of your diet and nutrition and your calories, which are important to understand, like I said in the beginning, because it'll make things much easier, I'm telling you guys, right? You can also use supplements to aid in the process of promoting muscle building and losing fat at the same time simultaneously, such as using fat burners or using herbal supplements or using Centripeak to optimize testosterone and hormones to help with the weight loss process and the building of the muscle process, right? Because if your testosterone is low or if your hormones are low, then it's going to be very hard to build muscle and to lose fat at the same time. So if you were to use supplements like I just said, you can optimize, regulate, and increase your hormones and testosterone to aid in the process of building muscle and losing fat at the same time, because testosterone hormones are an important factor when it comes to this aspect, right? Losing fat and building muscle. Because if you're experiencing low testosterone in the first place, then it will be very difficult in order to promote muscle building in the first place and to lose fat. And people who are low in testosterone are overweight or severely malnourished or both, right? And yeah, so using supplements are beneficial. They are great to use and very effective and efficient to improve someone's process and the whole process itself. So that is that. But basically that is it, people. Yeah, I mean, eventually, sooner or later, your body will hit a plateau, and once that happens, you have to go in a calorie surplus, or stop working out, or go in a more of a calorie deficit, and then you could eat more and reset your body, reset your metabolism, stuff like that, right? It's all about manipulating your body, shocking your body, and confusing the body once you have plateaued. And then once you start the process again, then you start seeing changes and more gains. And yeah, that's pretty much it, people. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, and you guys have a great day.